Comrade James. Comrade James, can you hear me, please?
I can hear you clearly.
All right, good, good. We are good from this end. I want to ask you, the president, to my best of knowledge, this personal, has not shown leadership. And of course, our leaders at all levels, they've not shown leadership when it comes to this issue of insecurity. I want to ask you, as a politician and a comrade equally, are you in support of self-defense?
Self-defense is allowed by law anywhere in the world.
Should it be preached? Should every village or villages head tell their members or people to prepare for this as a way of trying to protect themselves from these killings? What do you have to say?
Okay, thank you. First of all, let me arm you with what is already in circulation.
All right.
That the policing force and security operatives run by Nigeria as a federation has told Nigerians to protect themselves, that the police force or the policing capacity of Nigeria is not enough to defend Nigerians. So if this is what you want to hear, that is what we have been told as well. Now, if you ask me if self-defense is allowed by law, the answer is yes. Self-defense is allowed by law anywhere in the world. But it is quite unfortunate that the primary duty of government, which is security of lives and property, the government has failed in this capacity. And it is something that I think, to me, it is the numero uno. So if the government cannot do its primary responsibility, then what business does it have with its secondary responsibility? I was trying to say something before. If, for instance, small countries in Europe that we have that are not just up to, some are just 2 million. A country like Cyprus in Europe is just about 2,300,000 and something thousand people. If they lose the number of people we lose here in a year, then they will wake up one day and find out that there is nothing like Cyprus as a country anymore. If that and on, I can count so many countries in Europe that just have just 2 million, 3 million, 4 million people. And if they continue if they lose the number of people who will lose here as a country, then you wake up one day to see no country. So it is quite unfortunate that probably because Nigeria is having the large size, large population, then we will allow people to die like fowl on daily basis unabated. You know, we just hear on televisions people clapping because the president say you should go after them. Go after them. You hear clap that sounds very loud, as if we are in a campaign ground, when we have only come to sympathize with families of victims and dead people. So it's quite painful. So now, how we push security to ourselves is also worrisome, because when we are talking about self-defense, you defend yourself against. Let's assume you have someone who is coming to fight you, and the person is having machete, for instance. Probably you can pick up a bottle or pebble and begin to defend yourself. But how do you defend yourself against somebody who is carrying armored tank, AK-47, somebody who is carrying even double barrel gun, somebody who is even laying ambush, and you don't know? What do you put in your pocket? How do you buy guns when we cannot afford to eat as Nigerians? Come on, to afford one daily meal is a problem. Then how do you afford AK-47 that is almost 20 to 30 million naira? It's a big problem. So I think we are already in a serious situation, in a big quagmire that I don't personally know how we'll get out of.
All right,
Government should sit up government should sit up, rise to its occasion, do its primary responsibility. I think that office of the police, the army, all the giant task forces we have. I think that is where our lives as Nigerians depend on. When they fail us, then the government has failed. They should be able to declare themselves incapacitated to do the job and let Nigerians be free from this. I am actually saying, I'm not. We once were defeating terrorism technically, tactically, but it got to a point where we started playing politics with it, and here we are. Loss of life, wanting loss of life on daily basis. I'm not saying anybody can do it better, but if the government of the day feels it can't do it, then let us not sacrifice the life of Nigerians like cows that are being sold for fresh meat on daily basis.
All right, you. Comrade, in just 5 seconds, you spoke about self-defense being legal in Nigeria as a state, as a country. But I want to remind you of the victims of bandits in southern Kaduna who were arrested because they defended themselves. And of course, there is a young man called Timothy Gabriel, aka Tuma, who is currently in the custody of the police because he also was able to defend himself against the bandits. What do you have to say to this?
Yeah, you see, I repeat again, some people are made sacred cows in this country. When you come from a particular tribe, region, or probably religion, then you have some rights that nobody tamper with, or else, probably because of political reasons. That is where the place of politics comes in. You know, we play politics virtually with everything, even with human lives in this country. That is why some of those things you see play out. The moment we begin to realize, first of all, that Nigeria is ours, it doesn't matter whether you are from the east, north, west, or south. That is the moment Nigeria will stand again on its own. But as it were now, because we play politics of region, we play sectional politics, we play politics of tribalism, we play politics of religion. That is why you see all these things. Meanwhile, the security operatives have told you to, arm yourself, prepare for these things. And when you prepare for them, the same law catches up with you from behind. It's a very wicked one. Just like you said, I don't know if that is the name of the young man who went after the people who came with who were damaging his crops.
Yes.
And he was able to get, I think that is it.
Yes, and was arrested.
I know the case is in court. Yes. So it's everywhere. It's before the international. Everybody knows this is happening. It's a very unfortunate one in this system. But I think I should still say, let it be that you have saved your life first. Let it be that it is politics that is holding you.
All right.
One day we will get
Comrade, because of our time.
Because of
our time. Are you now saying that the government of the day has failed the people? Are you now saying that?
It is what it is. When the primary responsibility of anybody cannot be discharged, that is failure on its own.
All right, thank you.
You cannot begin to a child that cannot finish primary school doesn't enter secondary school. Okay. Right. That is the way it is.
Thank you, comrade.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade James. I would like